Hey all, glad you hopped in here tonight. I'm super excited to be hosting tonight's opportunity to hear more about happiness and hear more about ways to create more opportunities in your life. Lord knows we need that these days. We need more opportunities. And we're here to share with you tonight why we chose this opportunity. My name is Robin Grigsby. I'm out of Sacramento, California, and I'm a business owner. I own a salon. My husband's a business owner, and I happened to dive into another business later on in my life. I thought I was all happy just owning a salon and doing my thing. And I was a makeup artist. I traveled the world doing all kinds of fun makeup on Hollywood and movie stars and all that fun stuff. And I thought, my life was all grand. And I got to tell you how this industry snuck into my life. And so I'm going to share my story really quick, and then I'm going to hand it over to a couple amazing business partners that we work with here at the Happy Co. and share their testimony. We're all just average, normal people. We're just moms, dad, yeah, there's some doctors here. Yeah, there's teachers here. Yeah, there's an incredible amount of different types of people. And yet we all found a common interest in being part of this industry and sharing happiness and hope to the world. So really quick. So again, like I said, I'm a business owner. I have a salon, and happily doing what I do best is just making people feel great on the outside. Meanwhile, I love talking with people and helping them also with their mindset on the inside. And later on in my career, when I turned around 30, hey, Britt, can you shut that door for me really quick? Thank you. When I turned 30, I started experiencing some health issues. And I had a really trusting friend come to me with a product. And this was like 20 years ago. So I knew and trusted her. And I was in a desperate place because doctors weren't really helping me. So I decided to go to her and ask her, what can she do to help me? Because I wasn't getting the help I needed, or wasn't getting answers to the doctors. I had a scary autoimmune challenge happening. And luckily, she brought to me an amazing gift. It was a gift of hope. I took a product, it changed my life. And I was wanting to know, how in the heck did I find out about it this way? Why did I not find out about health and these type of things through my doctor? And I started digging in deep, and I felt like that movie, The Matrix, where I took the pill and I was able to see a whole nother world. And then she shared with me at the time, I was, I had 2 babies. I owned a business. If I didn't work, I didn't get paid. And being a stylist behind a chair, it was stressful, knowing that if I didn't stand behind that chair and do my client's hair, I was not bringing income into the household to help us here in California, where it's really expensive to provide for my family. And so she showed me a way to get my product paid for. And it was simple. It was just sharing with people I love about a product that changed my life, offered hope. And she shared how that would reward me in a way to help me get my product paid for, which was my first goal. And I thought, well, that's simple. I believe and I love and what happened. I love the idea that she offered me hope and relieved my stresses and made a difference in my life. I want to do that for other people. So I started telling other people. And before I knew it, I was earning an income, not only paying for my product, but I was earning trips. I was traveling. I was like, what is this world about? What is this whole business? How is this business offering such a lifestyle like this that everybody would love to have more money and time to go do things with the money? And so I learned that the business was just as valuable to people's lives as even restoring their health. And so I dove into trying to understand the business, and it was as simple as just referring products, plugging and finding a company that had the right culture, the right team support, the right foundation that you can flourish in, and products that can impact people's lives. So fast forward 20 years in the industry, I've been part of launching products to the marketplace that were innovative and science-based and incredible, but I haven't always been a part of companies for the right reasons, other than sharing a product, meaning business reasons. Like I had to start to learn what was a business decision to actually work in this field, in this profession. There were certain things I need to look for. One of those things was following people who are successful and do what successful people do, so you can therefore be successful. And so I happened to partner with an incredible leader, Mark and Judy Willardson, Chris Schweda, Ricky Durant, in the industry. And I started to partner with people that actually knew some different things that I didn't know. And I'm like, oh, well, they're successful in this and they're successful in that. Maybe I should listen to what they're doing. And so the why I say that is because that's how I ended up in this company in 2017. And we weren't called the Happy Co at the time. However, we all had the same common interest. We all want to impact people's lives. We all want to make a difference. We want to bring happiness to the world. We want to create a place where people can be loved on, can be nurtured through, we can help people to be the best version of themselves by us learning and then passing it on to other people. We can show others how they can have more. They can live the life they deserve to live before leaving this earth. They can have those goals. They can have their dreams. And what's incredible is when you're able to join a community like this, it's so much more than just a product. Like products are important and products need to work. And what I found here is I landed into a culture community of like-minded people who all felt they wanted to do. I mean, the character of the leaders here are incredible. And I love working with them. I love going on vacations with them. I love interacting with them on Zooms. Like times like this when we were not able to get out and social connect, like having Zooms like this where you can connect with people all over the world, people that you meet that you can enjoy growing from and learning from. So this business has been so much more than just product. It's relational. It's not transactional. It's very relational. We get so much more out of this business than just work. Everything takes work, yes. Whatever we want in life, great. It takes some work, but why not it be fun? So when I joined this company, I then found out that we had this incredible dose, and dose is an acronym. And I'm grabbing one of the original bags that we had. And well, this actually isn't the original, but it's close. In the back of this bag, there's these nootropics. And I love coffee, but I'm a little bit of a coffee snob. So I was very picky about my coffee. And so I was shown that this company, we have other products, but this company has this really amazing coffee that when you drink it within 15 minutes, it triggers all these happy hormones. And I was like, well, how does it do that? And it's the nootropics that do that. And so I didn't even know what nootropics was. So I started Googling nootropics, and then I looked up every one of these nootropics that was in our coffee. That's when I got excited, because it wasn't just about coffee is the second largest commodity out there. So it's easy to talk to people about coffee, but this coffee is a functional beverage. It actually delivers functions that average coffees don't deliver. And so when we can introduce something that gives people, they already do already, most people already drink coffee, but they don't have the functionality that the nootropics gives their coffee. So people can drink this in just hot water. They can drink this and add it to their coffee if they really want stronger caffeinated coffee, but it's the nootropics that does the magic. And so we have another product that marries this, and it's Xanthomax. And so Xanthomax and the coffee together create something that we call DOSE. DOSE is an acronym. DOSE is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So when you take these two products, they allow your body to create those happy hormones. And I promise you, like within 15 minutes of drinking this, my brain was just lit up. Like I was excited for my day. I get excited for my day. Like when I'm having a downtime and I know right when I drink that coffee and take my Xanthomax, that all of a sudden I feel motivated. I want to do the things that maybe I'm not motivated to do, like clean my office or go out and pick weeds or, run around with my granddaughter that keeps me running all day long. I mean, these are the things that some of us take for granted when we're young and we have all that energy and we just recover fast, but we start to realize how important it is to just be happy every day and to maybe be in less pain, and the other thing is the benefit. So these two products, when I say not only does it create the happy hormones, but the benefits that people are seeing is fat loss. That's just a side effect. It's not something that we really say you need to take this to lose weight, but it's a side effect because when you're happier and when your brain is filled with the right hormones, you don't crave the food as much as you would when you're unhappy and depressed, right? So fat loss, focus. Who doesn't need more focus? Energy. Who doesn't need more energy? Appetite control and better mood, and then bringing down inflammation. So those are some of the incredible common benefits that most people are looking for in life. And that's what we have here is a simple, again, we have a lot of products, but we have two functional products when taken together create those happy hormones, which when we elevate those happy hormones and we get those benefits, our lives start to improve. Now, I don't know about a lot of you, and some of you in here are already using the product and some are new that are on this Zoom, but who doesn't need more happiness in the world right now? Who wouldn't be more thankful to have you knocking on their door, or you calling them up, or you messaging them on social media and asking them if there's some, just get in conversation and ask if there's a need for one of these benefits. Almost everyone I know is looking for one of those benefits: fat loss, focus, energy, appetite control, better mood, and bringing down inflammation in the body. I know hops, this one pill right here that goes with the coffee, my background's making this disappear. This product right here, if you go to xanthohumol.com, that's a third-party site that explains the benefits of just hops. Hops comes from, yes, beer. Well, the plant that makes beer. So, maybe this is why when some people like beer, because sometimes it makes them happy. But the thing is this product right here creates the oxytocin part of dose. This is what promotes the love hormones, that really loving when you hug your dog hormone, feeling like that just love, you get when you pet your animals or hug your children. That's what this does. And this alone is one of my favorites for people who feel anxious. So people who feel really anxious, like me, before I go on an airplane, I double up on this stuff. And so often when I used to, speak in front of a lot of people, I would make sure I take extra this because it brings down inflammation, but it calms your nerves. And so this alone, even without even the other part, is a phenomenal product. Antioxidant, incredible antioxidant. Again, go to xanthohumol.com and you'll see all the incredible benefits that I can't even name because I can't say the names, some of the names that I would like to say how this helps that. So anyhow, what I want to do is pass this over to one of my teammates that I think is, everyone's credible in this company. But I happen to have three people tonight want to share a quick testimony of just what and why they joined and why they're excited to be a part of this community, sharing what we all love to share. So Rayna, are you ready to unmute and share your incredible story? I appreciate you hopping on tonight. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be part of our opportunity Zoom this evening. And to anyone watching from Australia, good morning. I don't know if you're there or not, but my name is Rayna Brannon and I live in Denver, Colorado. And I wanted to share with you my brief story on how I became part of the Happy Co. I retired around 8 years ago from my government job that I worked for 30 years. I spent several years after my retirement working for a software consulting firm. And I found myself unhappy with my last job. I was told by them that I didn't possess leadership skills. And boy, was that was a blow to my ego indeed. It was so hurtful. It caused me to harbor a lot of anger. I was taking it out on my family, and my family saw it before I ever did. I didn't even realize that I was treating them so harsh. Fast forward to 2019, and that is when I found Happy Coffee. I was a customer for several months, And I felt a noticeable difference in my stress and my attitude and my health. And so did my family. Absolutely saw the difference in me. So that oxytocin made me a very happy person. When I was told that I did not have leadership skills, it lit a fire under me, and I was determined to change that. I believe everyone can develop leadership qualities and put them to positive use in everyday life and to make a difference in this industry. I had no network marketing experience, which made me a bit nervous for sure. 4 months later, I decided to jump all in and not just be a consumer of the awesome products that we use. Being a business partner of Happy Co has allowed me to earn an extra income. You can make this a full-time or a part-time lifestyle. It's all up to your own desires and how far you want to go with it. The sky is the limit. It's your business. But great corporate leadership matters. And at Happy Co, our corporate leaders truly care about our success. We have skilled field leaders, and we had talented and caring brand partners, and we have a great compensation plan, and our products are like no other in the industry, in my opinion. The culture of this Happy Co community has been life-changing for me, indeed. The tools that we have access to are a recipe for success and can be achieved with the simple method of sharing the tools and your story. Share your stories. It's that simple. There are endless opportunities for training. We have morning coffee chats. We have leadership Zooms and videos and personal self-development tracks. The list goes on and on. And duplication and consistency is the key. It's that simple. Network marketing, direct selling provides an opportunity open to absolutely everyone, regardless of your experience or skill. Now, this may not be for you at this time, which is okay, but you may know somebody that is looking for a change and a business opportunity. Please share this information if you know of anyone that may have interest. If you want to find out more about being part of the Happy Co family, get with the person that shared this Zoom with you, and choose hope and see where it takes you. And because everyone is worthy and you are worthy. Come November, there is a National Happy Co event and you could be part of it. So I'm excited to be able to finally meet all the great leaders that put so much of their time and effort into making this company such a success. And I want to leave with a quote from Eric Worre. You never get ahead if you don't get started. There's never been a better time to start than today. Let me repeat that. You'll never get ahead if you don't get started. There's never been a better time to start than today. Is today your day? Make it your day. Happy Co has changed so many lives and has changed mine for the better. And thank you again for letting me share my story, and God bless. Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
You're awesome, Rayna, and I appreciate your leadership. And I've watched you grow here, and you are a very special person that is impacting people's lives. And I appreciate working. I mean, I absolutely get to work with some of the most amazing people with the biggest hearts. And that's what it's all about. It's just, we've been through the tough times of the world, having people like this to connect with, to talk with. I would have never met Rayna if it wasn't for this industry. And there's so many people I'm seeing their faces on here that I would have never met if it wasn't for this industry. I've made the best type of friends. You know, some of your, you know, the people that you could call them soul family. I mean, it's just incredible the connections that you create. And I just love this profession, love it. So I'm going to actually go now to Bill Jacques, which is on his wife's Zoom, says Cheryl Jacques. But Cheryl was going to speak tonight. She's a phenomenal woman, a phenomenal leader, been in the industry over 20 years, and so has Bill, and they are the best couple. I love their love for each other. I love how they support each other. And Bill's a phenomenal, he works in the medical field, and he works on people's, I haven't let him explain, but he's just a ray of sunshine and wisdom like you wouldn't believe. So Bill, please share your story and why you're here with us.
Oh, thanks, Robin. That's a great intro. I appreciate that. I always appreciate the fact that the people in this company that I've met over the years have been so loving. You and the other field leaders, you know, it's great to be able to have people around you that you can really feel comfortable with. They're real people. They're people that are sharing from their hearts. And, you know, this company is an opportunity that very few people ever get a chance to experience. There isn't very many opportunities like this around. And I feel fortunate. Tonight, Cheryl was supposed to be sharing. Unfortunately, she got into some food that really kind of tore up her stomach, and she's a little green right now. So last minute, Robin, thank you for asking me to join. I typically take a back seat. Cheryl is the one that's on the stage and sharing her story. In fact, let me share a little bit about me and then a little bit how we got into the business. I own a wellness center here in Venice, Florida, and my name is Bill Jacques, like Jacques Cousteau. Okay, and I've been in this field for about 20 years, doing hands-on therapeutic work in a real specialized field called myofascial release. And I work with people who have all kinds of chronic pains. So people that have got things going on that the doctors typically haven't figured out how to deal with. It's, you know, it's something that normally doesn't get resolved with shots and medication and that sort of thing. And it's chronic. And the work that I do works on helping people get through some very challenging times. And as a result, people have got a lot of hope. I've got a huge clientele, which keeps me busy all the time. And I love what I do. And what's fun is that I'm always talking to people that are looking for hope. I'm always talking to people that are depressed, full of anxiety. You know, their body's always locked into fight or flight. These days are crazy. There's so many depressed people, and they're on my table, and I get to work on them and talk to them and share with them. And people love to hear about happy coffee. I've got a lot of people that have had a chance to try it, and it's totally changed their lives. I mean, I've watched people completely change. And you know, that takes me back. Cheryl and I, a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, Cheryl was given an opportunity to try the happy coffee. She tried some samples, and on the fourth day, she felt so good that she was able to completely change her life. She gave up a medication that she was on for a lot of years, about 20 years, and she just turned into a totally different, happy person. And all of her friends noticed. Everybody wanted to know, Cheryl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she simply shared the coffee with people. And before she knew it, she had a business, and it was growing. And before she knew it, there was a handful of people that joined her and wanted to be partners with her. And it's not a very difficult process of just sharing what's made you so happy and has changed your life. And that's what she did. And over the last 3 years, we've continued to watch the team grow. We've been able to, spend a lot of time with all the new things that this company's bringing to the marketplace, all the new tools, the new leadership that's in there. That's wonderful. So we're really, a product of the product. I love the products. Every morning at 5:30, I get up and Cheryl fixed me a cup of coffee. And like you were saying, Robin, for me, it's like the third sip. And all of a sudden my brain gets into focus and I start feeling wonderful. And that goes on. I only have to drink one cup of coffee a day and I feel phenomenal. Mid-morning, I love the shake. I drink the chocolate shake. And I do it because I just wanted to have, some nice energy. But, I've been the last week and a half paying attention to it and I've lost 5 pounds just drinking the shake, which is something I didn't even try to do, but it just kind of happened. And then the last thing that I love is the unwind product. In the evening time, I won't go to bed without taking the unwind because the clarity that it gives me in the morning, I get a super deep night's sleep and the best sleep I've ever got in my life, actually. And I wake up, I'm crystal clear. I feel wonderful and getting ready for my next cup of coffee. So, we're loving the business. I've been in network marketing since 1993. I love this industry. I was involved early on with a company that was involved with weight loss and was with a phenomenal company. Learned a lot of awesome people. The industry itself, is something that most people really don't understand. To be in this industry, you have to have really top-notch products. You can't have a me too. You got to have the best of the best, and we've got that here. As you mentioned earlier, this industry allows you to have unlimited income. And if you're working a job, there's a ceiling. Here, if you want to work harder, you can make as much money as you want. There's absolutely no limit. The team that we have, the community, the opportunity to listen to people share their amazing testimonials, it's all there. The personal growth, your ability to learn, your ability to help others, if you're new, you're able to be mentored by some of the best in the industry. Those are just a couple of the key things. When a person gets into this business, there's a very, very low startup cost. We're talking several $100s versus in a typical business, you're, tens of thousands of dollars. So it's a very, very low risk opportunity to get into a phenomenal business with all the tools that are pre-made and available for us. So anyways, and it's fun. I mean, people have lots of fun, the parties, all the trips, all the great opportunities just to hang out with some super people. So anyways, Robin, I want to thank you for the opportunity to allow me to share a little bit, and anybody that's on tonight. This is really a fun and awesome team. So get back to the person that invited you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. And he is amazing. He's done some work. We've been over hours of training. At some time we went to leadership training and Bill worked on, I flew in and had a long flight and he worked on my shoulders and my neck. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to fly to Florida just to have a full treatment because he's phenomenal. And what I also love is, again, you could see the love between those two just by the way he's talking about Cheryl. And that's so important when we're doing something like this, is having the support of your partner. Sometimes, bringing a partner into something like this so they can hear stories and see why, we're so passionate about doing this, either full-time or part-time. And what I love about, what you said, Bill, too, is like, Cheryl's been able to do this, a lot more or more full time. However, she's still a stylist. She works in a salon as well, just like Bill works, and they're doing this part time and they're building their fortune part time. So they're doing what they love, they're doing what their career is, and yet they're able to intermix these two because they're about helping people. And they see the value in bringing this into her salon, bringing this into his facility so they can introduce something that can offer more hope and elevate people's lives, and meanwhile create that second income stream that allows all of us to make better choices in life. We never know what can happen in one scenario, to where we might need that second income stream to rely on. And myself being a stylist, Cheryl being a stylist, both of us can definitely identify with when you can't stand up behind a chair and make income, you want to have another income to support you and bring you peace, and knowing that you are not going to not be able to pay your bills. Why not share something that's helping people and get paid to do so? It's the most best business in the world. So I want to bring to you our last our testimony from Wendy Ferrill. And oh, real quick, Bill, I'm sorry I said Jacques. I do not know why I said Jacques. It's Jacques. Bill Jacques. That sounds better anyway. I wish I could remember that. I always say Jacques. So thank you for that correction. I love you. Okay, Wendy from Florida. Again, another just amazing soul that inspires me, and how she's so committed, so dedicated. No matter the challenges that she faces, she overcomes them, and she leads with a great example. So Wendy, please share your story.
Hey y'all. So hopefully I'm able to be heard okay. You're gonna find out, I'm doing this from crazy locations called a camper. And our Wi-Fi is not always good. So I'm good so far. I'm hoping there's no like glitches or weird things. Okay.
You're doing
Thank you. So my name is Wendy Ferrill. As I usually introduce myself to people, I always joke about how it's kind of like Will Ferrell, except we're not as funny. So we're not related to Will Ferrell. It's just like, yeah, anyway. So my husband and I were originally from Indiana. We moved to Florida 4 years ago. And then this year, everything changed. We decided to try taking a couple of travel nursing assignments. He's the nurse, not me. So we are now in South Carolina in a remote campground where we're maybe a half hour from the closest store. It's crazy. And I live full time in this camper. I mean, my husband does too, but he's obviously working and he gets to get out of the house. So if nothing else, my story, it's changed a little bit because of this adventure, but it's proof, I think it's proof that this connection commerce can literally be done from anywhere. Like if I can do this from a campground, you can do it from wherever you're at. So a little bit about my story. I've honestly always struggled with my nerves, my anxiety, due to various reasons. But I somehow managed, you know, by the grace of God and doctors and medication and all that good stuff. I married at a very young age. I was only 19. We had 3 kids together and I thought I was happy. I found my identity in being a good wife. I was a dedicated mom. I felt like I, you know, checked all the boxes. I did everything to the best of my ability. But that all shattered when I found a letter on the seat of my van one morning when leaving for work. Basically, my ex, now ex, was filing for divorce. And that's how I found out. There was no discussion. There was no, you know, in a decent relationship, you would at least have a conversation, I would think. But anyway, when I pressed him for a reason, he basically said it was time for him and the kids to move on. So again, I felt kind of unwanted. I felt like I was being cropped out of the picture. So sorry, I had to keep notes so I don't go down squirrel paths, as I call them. at the time, our kids, we have 3 kids. They were 16, 12, and 5, due to a very nasty divorce and custody battle that he won because he had a better attorney. My anxiety skyrocketed at that point, and quite honestly, I don't think it really let up until I found these products 10 years later. So it's been about 3.5 years that I've been using the Happy products, and God is good. He slowly showed me his ability to turn brokenness into beauty, and he led me to my current husband, and that whole process is another story, so feel free to message me if you'd like to hear that. It's like a notebook story. So then you add in blended family dynamics. We have 5 kids between the 2 of us, plus back then I had a stressful job as a medical biller. I did that for 13 years. Basically my system was just, it was in turmoil. It was a mess. Thanks to all of these stressors, I could not eat normal food. I had no idea that stress can cause that gut issue. I was basically limited to like a Bratz diet type of thing. My gut was just torn up. It was awful. So despite not being able to eat much, I was packing on the weight, thanks to a severe sweet tooth. Okay. I don't know if anyone else out there has a sweet tooth. It's bad. Like I'd walk into Walmart through the bakery section and I'm like, oh, I want coffee cake. I want, all the sweets. So that was bad. So I was very unhappy though with the weight I was gaining. So when a friend shared the Happy products with me 3.5 years ago, I decided to give them a try, mainly because I wanted to lose the weight. And I'm not a coffee lover at all. If my kids still try to get me to love coffee, I hate coffee. Like I go to Starbucks, cannot handle that. If you can relate to that, I will add a disclaimer though. I love our coffee. It is the only coffee I love. So if you're a typical coffee hater snob type thing, drop a number 1 in the comments, like, so I don't feel like I'm like rambling. So anyway, so I started with chocolate though, about 3.5 years ago. And at that time we only had coffee. We had the chocolate as our options, right? Now we have like all these other awesome non-coffee options. So I started with the chocolate and Xanthamax, and after seeing impressive results, like as in my face, I did like a selfie, and it was just after like 2 days of trying the combo, and it was great. I didn't see it in my face, but my friends noticed, and somehow I just knew I had found my fit. And the emotional and the mental benefits have definitely become more of a focus for me. I notice if I go a certain amount of days without my daybreak coffee and my Xanthamax and the shake, and I just started adding all kinds of things in the mix. But if I go a few days without them, I'm just not a happy camper. Isn't that funny? I just came up with that joke. Okay, so sorry. So I had, at the time I had another business that I was passionate about. To just give you an idea of where this led business wise for me, I was enjoying the products, and I'm the type of person that if I find something that I love, I'm going to share about it, whether it's a movie, whether it's a restaurant, anything, a stylist, you name it. It's just my nature, I guess. I want to share with others because I know how difficult it is to find good things, right? So the dilemma though was that I wasn't really looking for anything else. I had another business that was my passion. I didn't want to add to my plate. I didn't want to put as much work into it as what I was putting into my other business. It's the other business is a party-based business, and I was just like, there's no way I can do 2 businesses at the same time. So what I decided to do was I decided to test the waters, and I posted my facial selfies, and I decided I was curious. I was curious to see if my friends would notice and what the demand would be. So I went ahead, posted that on Facebook. basically just something generic, like, you know, my friends are telling me they see a difference. Do you see it too? Or something like that. My post got an insane amount of attention, and my messenger chat started blowing up, and I just knew that I'd be crazy not to sign up as a partner. And within like a 2-week period, I had 20 friends wanting to place their orders, and I had never seen anything like that, and I've never seen anything like since then at one time. It was just insane. So it wasn't long though before the Happy Biz left my other business in the dust. In just a few months, I had replaced my income as that medical biller. So that was kind of exciting. Without this opportunity, I would have, by now, I would have had to find a full-time job outside the home. And with our family being scattered, that would have meant no time freedom to spend quality time with them. And that's my driving why is always going to be family and relationships. And I get goosebumps talking about that, but they're all scattered. So it's like, I know I have to go to them. So that's kind of my story. And I'll wrap it up by saying, if you are looking for a supportive community and products that are high in demand, especially now with all the chaos out there in the world, not to mention what's coming up in the next few months, you guys. There's so many awesome things coming, and I'm still on fire from the event I went to over the weekend. So I'm like super pumped about it all. But I would highly recommend getting back with your friends who invited you to the Zoom ASAP, because I'm telling you right now, this hurting world needs all the happiness it can get. So why not get it from you? And that's my story. Thanks for letting me share, Robin.
Awesome, Wendy. Appreciate you sharing. You've definitely impacted many lives for the better. And again, I get to work with some of the most amazing people, and I see a lot of faces in here that I just enjoy being around. And, you know, I think with these stories, you know, we can see how this can be something fun. We can see how this can be valuable to your life or someone's life that you know. And it's truly a gift. And it's a gift if we choose to open it. It's a gift if we choose to give it. And I know for myself and many that are in here and that are part of this community, we really care about people. It's not about us, it's about caring about people when we share. Like, it's about us when we decide to take the product for us, but when we decide to share, it's making it about other people. It's like, what can we do to make a bigger impact in the world in some way or somehow? And I do truly believe that we have a gift that we're giving. People are looking for what we have. And there's so many incredible stories. What maybe it had done for me, maybe it has done something for somebody else that hasn't done for me, or maybe what it does for you could be different for somebody else. We never know how this is going to change someone's life. But if they see and hear all the different stories, I would encourage you to definitely reach out to the person that invited you. Maybe have them add you to a customer page where you can really dive into seeing different testimonies, different stories, different people's experience, to where you may need it or see something that relates to you, or you may know somebody that this can make a difference for. This may or may not be for you. However, we want to, just say thank you for hopping on tonight, spending your time here, just listening in to find out if this is a yes for you, if this is a no for you, if this is a maybe later for you. But any of those work. It's all your decision. And we would love to see you here with us in the future. The more, the merrier. We would love to make a bigger impact in the world. And we know it makes a bigger difference. The more people that know the message and share the message can create a bigger impact in the world. So if this is for you, please reach out to the person that shared this with you. There's many, many people here that can answer questions or get your questions answered so you can make an educated decision. So appreciate you hopping on tonight, and you guys have an amazing evening.